Joining us here in the studio, we have Shelly Bedsaul. She is a finalist for Arts Connect's Artie Award for the Visual Arts category, and I'm here, of course, with the lovely Sarah Fazell, Executive Director of Arts Connect. How are you ladies doing?
Good. Fine.
Good, good. Shelly, congratulations on your nomination.
Thank you.
And your finalist status here. This is very exciting. Give us the elevator speech about your involvement in the Topeka art scene.
I've been there since 2003. I was the first one there, not officially, but my mother showed me the neighborhood, and I found a landlord that would rent to me and needed a place to live and have my studio too. And where I'm from, artists are not allowed to do that. Wow. And Dave Jackson was my landlord, and he says, we can do whatever we want here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, mm-hmm. And lived in
That's over in Noto?
Over in Noto, lived on Kansas Avenue. Well, actually, where Vintage Vibe is now. Lived there for 12 years.
What year was it that you moved in there?
2003.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was some foresight there.
It was interesting. Yeah. And, made some really great friends. I was welcomed with open arms.
Where were you born?
California, Southern California.
Okay, now who was your biggest influence?
Spent a lot of time in libraries and in art shows when I was a kid. I do not have formal training, and I don't like calling it self-taught. I call it 62 years of independent study. And the man here, Michelangelo, was my first influence, and then the concert poster artists of the 60s in the Haight-Ashbury district was my second influence, and through them I discovered Alphonse Mucha. So wow. That's it.
And what was the 8-year-old version of Shelly Bedsaul doing in her free time?
Well, drawing and painting. I never really had coloring books. I had sketchbooks and was told to make my own. And 8 years old, actually I was here. I was living on SBA Hill, or at the time, now it's Menninger Hill, but my grandfather was the groundskeeper up there, and we lived in one of the buildings there. And it was a phenomenal piece of property, and it was great for an only child with an overactive imagination.
What do you think of Topeka's art scene, in your experience here, from where it was to where it is today?
It is phenomenal no matter where you're at. I've been involved with arts districts in California and Washington State and all over, and the support that the community gives Noto and the amount of talent and enthusiasm that we have here is amazing. And we need to get the word out to the rest of the world that we're it had always been my belief that we're the next Santa Fe, and not to brag, I think we're well on our way.
Very good. What would you like to say to the person who nominated you?
Why? Leave me alone. I don't like this. I don't like the spotlight.
What would you say to the other nominees in the category you're nominated in?
We're a team, and they all did. I put it on my Facebook that there is no best. They are best. They are enthusiastic. They work very hard for the Noto Arts District, or Topeka Arts, period. And they deserve it far more than I do, but we have a lot of fun together. We're all good friends, and I wish them all the best.
What would you like to see for the Topeka art scene in 5 years? More
galleries, more museums, more people from out of town coming. I love the people here in Topeka, and they've been phenomenal in their support. But we've been around for like 4 or 5 years, and thank you, local folks. But I understand that you're going to get oversaturated if we only depend on you for as our customer base. Mm-hmm. So not only would it be good for the arts to make this a tourist destination, but for everybody involved in any kind of entrepreneurial venture.
And you sell your work all over the country, right?
Actually, I've been ever since I moved into the spot in Noto, I discovered marketing online. Wow. And through social media and everything, I've managed to sell all over the country. Amsterdam, London, Moscow. I have work all over the place. I've got 2 or 3 collectors in Australia, and I keep getting, it's when this stuff goes on my Facebook and everything, it's not just Topekans that are seeing it, it's all the people that I've come into contact all over the country and all over the world.
Wow.
It's funny how small we are. That's why I don't think it's too outlandish to think that, yeah, people are going to want to come here.
And what do you think we have maybe that offers in the Topeka community offers the artists in the scene as opposed to one of the larger areas?
For one, the cost of living. Artists never have money. And, and I can afford to live here economically and still have room for my artwork. And, of course, in other communities I've lived in, that it never fails when an arts district is developed, then other businesses want to move in, and then condominiums move in, and the rents go up, and the artists are priced out, and they have to find another space.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of the reason why I came here. Yes, it was to be close to my mother, but I knew that it would be much more economically feasible for me to be in, I wouldn't say less developed, I'd say an undiscovered place.
Well, because that's what's happening in Kansas City, right? The Crossroads has become a huge deal, and now all the artists have been sort of hustled to the West Bottom.
There, in downtown Seattle, by the waterfront and everything, there was a huge arts district with art studios along the waterfront, and they were priced out within a couple of years, and there's not much left. I'd hate to see that happen here. I'm hoping that they'll think that we're kind of cool and want to keep us around.
Well, we are kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Sarah, do you have any more questions for Shelly?
I'm good.
Okay, well, we do have...
I think my bump on the log status has been confirmed.
Shelly, we do have the lightning round that we need to get to here. That's where we're going to put 60 seconds on the clock and ask you some personality questions. Just give us the first thing that pops to your mind when we answer the question, or when you answer the question, all right?
Okay.
Ready? We're going to put 60 seconds on the clock, and go. In your opinion, what was the greatest movie of all time?
Casablanca.
All right. Which big-name celebrity do you idolize the most?
Katharine Hepburn.
If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Invisibility.
Do you have any tattoos?
No.
If you could take one personal item on a trip to Mars, what would it be?
A paintbrush.
All right. Who are the top 3 people that make you laugh the most?
George Carlin, Alexander Lancaster, Victor Borge.
What's your favorite kind of sandwich?
Tuna.
And your favorite artist?
Alphonse Mucha.
All right. What's your favorite kind of music?
Rock and roll.
What flavor of ice cream would you be?
Chocolate.
Why?
Because it's the best.
Who's your favorite local talk show host?
Chris Schultz.
Thank you so much, Shelly. And congratulations on your nomination and finalist status, and best of luck to you.